Okay, I am audible enough, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me share my screen. So my VS Code is visible, right?
Yes, it is
And the
visible.
browser. Yeah, okay. So I think now we have bunch of code. So let's create separate files. So and before creating separate files, let's just create it here. It is. So let's say auth API. So we'll have our auth API.py. Then we can have one category API.py. We can have a product API.py. What else we have? Uh, we can have a purchase.py where we can write all the APIs related to adding to cart and ordering products. So purchase.py. Okay, let's quickly move the code. So this will go to auth and we can remove these from here now. Then this can go to category. So I'm just separating the code, okay, for better readability and code management. So yep. So we will be creating product one. So we paste it here. Uh, product. We don't need these, and I will be using this whole thing. Okay, so what we have covered yesterday, we have completed our sign up and login APIs. We have implemented token security and different things related to token security like authentication, authorization, sending payload data and other things, accessing those data when the request is received, all those things. Uh, okay, so okay, I think we have missed one thing here. So we'll have to put a okay, we will add a new field here. So if the role is status, sorry, role is manager, we will make the status as uh, what we have written in our models. Yeah, we will change the status to pending. By default, it's active. So that's something we'll have to do. So we will write pending if this data dot get role equal to manager, else active. Any doubts on this point? You can write a separate if condition here and then you can handle this thing accordingly. That is also fine. Okay. Uh, okay, and I think I had missed one thing in the models. So yeah, we haven't given a manager ID here. So manager will be creating the product. We don't need to give any category user ID here because admin is the only one who can create category, like who can perform category related operations. But for products, a different manager can create different products of their own. So we'll have to. It is better to give a category, sorry, manager ID here, which is simply user ID. So let's write manager ID. This will be users, and it should not be nullable. And then let's simply paste this here. It will be products, and this will be product. What is the type? Products? Products backup users. Okay, okay, this is fine. And cart is fine. We have product ID, customer ID, product ID, customer ID, category request, category ID, action name, manager ID. Okay, this one is fine. Uh, so we are not using any migration setup. So I think we'll have to delete the database again in order to reflect the changes. So let's do it. Okay. Okay, we'll have to change this import statement here. So right now we are importing. Okay, this is fine. This we are importing from auth underscore API. So auth API login. Then from category API we are importing category API. This is fine. And then we will import product API from product underscore API. So this should be fine. I don't think there should be any doubt on this. Okay, let's run the server. So let me go to backend. Okay, let's let's check the database once. We have admin user. Fine. Let's uh, let's create some users. Okay, sign up and post. Okay, let's say name and role. Name will be test user one, and role will be customer. This should be test or user one. I think user one is fine. then Gmail. Okay, let's send the request. Okay, server is running. User sign up successful. Let's create another one. This is successful. Let's create some managers. Test manager 1. This is manager 1. Okay, let's create manager 2. Okay, let's check the database. Now we have two users, two managers, and if you see the status of manager, it's pending. And I think we can also modify uh, our login API. So where is our auth API? Here. So if password is okay, we will check another condition, and that will be if user dot role uh, equal to manager and user dot status equal to pending. Then we will say we can return a message here like your account status is pending or you are not approved yet or something like that. Okay, fine. So role equal to manager and status is equal to pending. Okay, let's quickly check this one. So
One thing I want to ask in this, while we are creating the APIs and all, so
mhm.
request parsing we need to give, or it's okay without that also.
I have mentioned that thing yesterday. Like there are different ways to get the data from the request. Request parsing is one of that. And
So, yeah, yeah, good.
also when we are returning the data, this is not only type. We can use Marshall with. We can use only Marshall to return the data. But why we are doing these things? Because it is simple to write and simple to explain and simple to understand.
Okay, okay. And we are also
But if you
using the
want to use the parser, you should
mm,
use it. Okay.
okay. And by the way, we are also using that get JSON one, so I think that will be enough, right? It
Sorry,
it
get
is also,
you mean this one? Yeah,
yeah.
like that equivalent get JSON and parenthesis.
So it is not required. Parser thing is not required. We
So
can,
see, like,
yeah.
okay, now listen carefully.
Mm,
Either you use this request.json, okay, to
mm,
get the
mm.
data, or you use request.getJSON braces to get the data, or you can use parsers to get the data. Okay,
Noted, noted. Thank you.
okay. So where were we? Okay, we were testing the manager one. Okay, so password and 2030, and if we send the request, it's saying your account status is pending, and if we check for the first one also, it will say your account status is pending. Fine. So if we are going to create categories, so let's if we are going to create products, let's create some categories. So uh, yep, let's create some. So the URL is category. We will be sending post request, and I think I have created new one yesterday. Okay, let's quickly write the body then, or let's leave it. Let's create a new one. So let's leave it to login. Okay. So please mute yourself if you are not going to ask a question. We will write category here. It will be a post. We will give a body. So let's copy the body from here. Paste it here. Let's change the variables. We are sweets and snacks and price. Okay, it was name only, I guess. So, but we'll have to give a token. Otherwise, it will say missing authorization header. So let's log in our admin, which is admin@gs.com. We got the token. Let's copy it and let's put it in the header. So authorization bearer, and let's send the request category created. Let's create another one. Okay, house cleaning products. Okay, this is created. uh, Drinks and Beverage. I don't know if the spelling is correct or not, but let's create it. Drink and beverages. And okay, we can have uh, cosmetics. Okay, let's check the database. Where is it? Category. Okay, we got four. In order to create product, uh, okay, let's go to the API first. Let's create a new one. Okay, let's do a get. So when we do get, we got all our categories. Let's create a new request. Let's copy the here we will write row. Okay, so let's write the product API first. Okay, here. So we can remove these ones. We are not going to use category, cart or anything here. We are not creating token here. Okay, this is also we can remove. So I will be converting pretty much same. So let's rename it to product API. Product API. We will write products here. CTS. Yep. Products.query.all. Okay, this we can remove. We can say product JSON. Product, and here product.json append product.convert.json. We have already defined this in our product table also, this one here, so it should be fine. And then product.json, I will be removing this line here. So we have created the get get all products for product resource. Okay, Now the product will be created by manager. So let's write manager, and now we'll need multiple fields. So okay, let's change it first again. Then product. Sorry, it will be products. Or let's comment it for the moment. Now I won't be writing these data verification things, but I will like I will write if we are getting all the fields or not, but not these fields because we have so many of the input fields. I am not going to write verification thing for all of them, but you will have to like it is advised to write for all the fields. Okay, so if not data dot okay, let's put a bracket here. Let's write and let's put it here. So I don't know how many fields we have. So we have name, we have price, we have unit, we have do we have a description? Yeah, we have name, description, price, unit, stock, sold. Okay. So name, price, unit, DESCRIPTION, description, unit, and what else? Uh, name, price, unit, description. We have unit two times. It is stock and sold. It is sold, right? Sold, yeah. And we have category ID. So category ID. If we break it from here, we have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven fields. And in our model, we need one, two, three, four, five, six, seven fields. Okay, we need manager ID also, but manager ID is something we will get from the token itself. Okay, so if any of these fields are not passed, we will give this message bad request. All the data fields are required. Okay, clear. Let's create a new product object. Product. So name we have here, and I think let's copy it. So we have seven fields. So four and three, seven. Okay. Now name, uh, price, unit, description, unit, stock, and sold. We don't need sold because by default it will be zero. So we don't need this field. And we have given default. Okay, we haven't given default zero, so we will set it here. So name, price, unit, description, stock, okay, sold, and we will set it to 0. Then uh, category ID, but we will verify it first. Okay, and how we will verify it? Uh, okay, let's copy this. So So if the manager is giving a random category ID, we will verify that. Okay. Let's put this here. Okay. So if category doesn't exist, we will say category not found. And if it's there, then we will then we will do the further operation. Let's add this here. We can say product created successfully, but we have missed one thing, which is manager ID. And how we will give the manager ID? So from where we will access the manager ID? How we will get the manager ID? Who is doing this operation? How we will get that? We will get that from current user, from our token. So current user dot get user ID. If you are wondering how we are getting this, so let me show this welcome API here. I have already shown you how we access the uh, token identity and then we get the role and user ID. How? Because this is what we are sending while creating the token. Okay, so this should be clear. Let's go to our, yep. So we have finished this one. So we needed 8 fields, including manager ID. So name, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And stock is stock, unit, price, description, name. Yep. Let's, so here we don't need category ID. Here we need product ID. So here we have the, okay, here we will need, uh, so now it depends on us how we are designing the API. I think we will be passing the category ID within the JSON data itself. So we will not give it as a URL parameter. Okay. Let's copy this whole thing and paste it here. So we need a manager role, and then we will
Uh,
check if this. Uh-huh.
you just need to one confirm one thing, like with this current user, so whosoever is logging, so with the help of that token, like get JWT identity, it will be means clear like whosoever is logging, so it will be that current user, correct?
Yeah.
So according to that, at the present, so all the things which have been assigned to him or her, he will continue with that, whatever authorization we have given. I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So now this is one important step here. So now if someone has the manager access and someone is going to edit a product, so first we will check if, so we will remove this. We are getting product ID here, paste it here, say product. Now here we are checking if the product exists or not in this line. But suppose if you are a manager one and you are trying to edit a product which is created by manager two, there is no check for this here. So as of now, what we have here, manager one can edit a product which is created by manager two, which should not happen for the security reasons. So how we will check that? So right now we are only checking if the product exists or not. We are not checking if the product is created with that manager ID also. Okay, so this product's manager ID should be this current user's ID. Okay, so one way we can change our filter. So we can say, let's comment this. So one way we can say uh, product dot filter by the ID should be product ID and the manager ID should be current user dot get user ID. So now if manager one is requesting to edit a product which is created by manager two, it will not result in anything. So we will eventually give a message that product not found. Okay, so we will check it later how this is working. Another way to write it, if you are using this first line, here you can write a if condition that if product dot manager ID is not equal to this current user dot get user ID. Any doubt on this point? So a manager can only edit those products with the products those products which manager has created by himself. Okay, he cannot edit some other manager's products. Okay, so it's like if say Tata has their products on Amazon and Reliance has their product on Amazon. Now Tata's product manager cannot edit the products of Reliance. Okay, he can only edit the products he has created. Fine. Okay, so this is fine. This will be same pretty much. Okay, we don't need category ID. So we can update the stocks. So let's remove this one. We also don't need this. And we will be writing product dot here, which is this product. Okay. Okay, we don't need this line. Okay, we also don't need this line. So we don't need these lines. And it depends on you if you are allowing the manager to update the stocks. But yeah, it's obviously the manager will be updating the stocks. So you can give it here. Or if we removing these conditions, so if we are removing these, so we like if the manager wants to update a single field only, so how we will do that? So data dot get name dot strip if it's there, and else. Okay, so we will write here else whatever the product dot name is. Okay, so we will do it for pretty much all. I will explain in a minute what it will do. So okay, name, price, unit, description, stock. Okay. So let's suppose the manager wants to edit the name only. So he will pass the name only, and if we will check. So if dot get name is there, so we will assign that name to the product. Otherwise, it will be the same name which is there as of the time we are doing the operation. Okay, so that same goes for all the other fields. So if the manager has passed that data, then it will be updated, and otherwise it will have the same thing there. Okay, so this is what this means. Let me put a space here for better readability. Fine, any doubt on this? Okay, we can remove this one. Now we will write the deletion. So for that we will simply copy this, we'll paste it here, and we will give product ID here. Now we are pretty much checking the same thing. If the current user, which is manager, trying to delete a product, so if the current manager has created that product or not. So we check this. If the product is not there, we will return the message, and if the product is there, we will add it here, and we will return the message that product deleted successfully. Okay, so our CRUD of products is completed. Any doubts on this? You can see we are not using any role authorization here on the get endpoint, because any user role can access the products, right? So it's a read operation, so anyone can view all the available products. Okay. Any doubts on this point? If not, we will start creating. Uh, what we will do? We will start creating products. So for that, we will need our manager. We will need manager token, and we will not get manager token until the manager is approved, and we haven't approved the manager yet. So for that, let's write another API to approve the manager, and we will write in this auth API file. So manager approval is a like just changing the status of a, just changing, like doing a minor change in the database. We can use a put method, but you can use a post also. Okay, so what we will do, let's use put, not put, patch. So we are just changing one column value, so let's use patch. And okay, so okay, let's write it in the login itself. So we will write def patch self. We will have a manager ID here, and now we will query the manager. So let's paste it here. Let's change the variable to manager. Here we can write ID, or we can use that direct thing where we write uh, query.get. So let's write it here. If the manager is there, then it's fine. Otherwise, we will say manager not found. And if the manager is there, we'll change the status to active. We will commit the session, and we will return a message. So manager approved successfully, and it will be 200. Okay, indentation is correct. Any doubt on this point? Anything? Okay, we haven't used a decorator, but it is a endpoint which should be accessed by admin only. So we will write JWT required here, and then we will use this thing. Okay, so let's put it here on top of. Fine. Any doubt on this point? Again, we can like separate this whole function from this class. Okay, that is fine.
It will be if current user dot get role not equal to admin or equal to admin. 35 lines.
So see the flow. If the current dot get role is not equal to admin, we are returning the message. Otherwise, we will proceed. So
Okay.
if you will put double equal to here, we will have to move this code to right side, and we will return this message in the last. You got that point, right? Or do I need to like show you?
Yes, please. If possible.
Okay. So if we will put double equal to here, so which means the user role equal to admin, right?
Hmm.
And if the user role is equal to admin, then we will not return a message, right? We will perform these operations. So we'll have to put it under this if condition, and we will move this message here in the else condition. Okay,
So,
got it?
yes.
Okay. So it's like what verifying here, like if the user role is not equal to admin, just return this message and then it won't proceed further. Okay. And if the user role is equal to admin, then
Then
it
we
would
change.
get, yeah, it won't return this message, it will come here. Okay.
Then it will be changed to active, that particular manager. Right
Sorry.
now, I'm saying like if it is the admin, then he can change that manager to active.
Yeah, 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 okay. Yeah, so we'll have to add a, route also. So but we have uh, product API also. So let's add quickly. So product API, product API. Let's copy this, paste it here. We'll have product ID, product API. We'll write product here. Same thing goes here. We have product ID here. And in login one, we have another, which is slash API slash So now, what you are going to write? I don't know. Like, should we write manager and then integer ID? Manager. I think we can write approve here. Okay. And then the manager ID is there, so it's obvious like we are approving manager. Okay, fine. Now let's start checking. So let's start testing our APIs. So first we will have to approve a manager. So uh, we can do that here. So let's say sorry, approve, and our manager ID is 2, I guess. Okay, it's 4. So let's say 4. We'll have to send patch. We already have admin token. Okay, I think we should not edit this one. Let's leave as it is. Let's add new one to, sorry, patch header authorization. Here we have admin token. Let's quickly copy all of this. Let's paste it here. Let's correct the point here. It's for login. Yep. So okay, so we got patch API approve ID 4, and yeah, we have token. So let's send the request. It's saying manager approved successfully, and what else? What else we can have? Okay, we can approve the second one also. So okay, second one is 5. So yeah, let's approve him also. Let's check the database. So yeah, both of them approved now. Now you want to, you can say like how admin will know like what are the users available there. So I think we can write something here which will return all the users. So let's write within it. So okay, let's copy this one. So let's let's paste it here. We don't need any ID, and it will be a, so we are accessing all the users of the application, so only admin should have access to this kind of functionality. So here we will have all, or we also have our admin in the database, so we can write here that role is not equal to admin, so it will return all the, I don't think we use this sign in this sign here. uh, Okay, let's have all the user and manager separately, or I think we can have user managers only. So manager dot all, we will write managers here. We can remove this line, and we are not doing any TB operation. Now we'll have to return managers in JSON object. So we will copy the one we have used here. Let's copy this, paste it here. It will be, managers manager JSON, and we can say here can remove this one, we can update this, can update this and this also. Okay, so we have queried all the managers, and we are not giving any status filter here, so it will return all the managers, active one, pending one, all of them. Okay, we haven't defined convert to JSON in user table, so let's define it. And I think we should change the name to because we are doing different operations related to authorization, like getting all the users, login, and then approving. So auth will be more meaningful. Let's change it here also. Auth. And here we will have to define one. And now I think we can write managers here, as if we are giving the manager ID, then it will be getting approved. And if we are only giving manager, it will return all the managers. Make sense? So if we will hit this URL, like if the admin will hit this URL, it will return list of managers, all the managers, and if it's giving any admin or anything with patch, it will update the status of the manager. So okay, this is fine. We have done this. Okay, we are going to define the convert to JSON for the user. So let's copy it from here. Let's paste it here. We have ID, name, we have email, we have what we have else? Password, we have role. The role is not necessary, but let's give all the available things. Yep, I think this is fine. Let's remove all these. Okay, so we have name. Okay, let's continue with the same order. So ID, email, password, name, role, status. Fine. Any doubts on this? We have already seen this in 2 3 times, so this should be fine. And let's restart the server. We were here, now it will be manager. And if we remove this and make it get and send the request, slash API slash manager. I think I have made any spelling mistakes. Manager. Yep, yeah, now it's correct. So let's send the request now. Now we have got all the uh, managers. Now here, like using this one, admin can view like what managers are there, if they are pending or active, and then he can use that ID to approve them. So you can write like this, some ID, and make it patch, and then do the operation. Okay. So now we have approved our managers. We can log in our manager. So let's do the sign up. Let's do the login of manager one. So quickly change the mail. Now it's Gmail. Let's send the request. We have got the role name, all those things here. Let's copy this. And do we have created any new for product? Okay, I think this was the one. Yep. So let's make a post request to product. and let's put the authorization header. So bearer and token, and let's give the body again. Let's copy it from somewhere. Okay. Name, price. So name should be what we say, Rasgulla. I think they write Rasogulla or something. Price, think, let's say 300. You can give all other fields. So unit is per kg, and stock, let's say, what type of column we have stock. Okay, stock is an integer. That's good. So stock, let's say 200 kgs, and description, let's say Haldiram. Yeah, spelling is correct. I think. Yeah, Haldiram Rasgulla. Okay, and we will give the uh, category ID, which is sweet and snacks, and the ID is 1. So we got 336, and then we have manager ID and sold, which is already given in our backend. So now I think we can. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, it is Rasgulla, not Rasgulla. Okay, let's create our product. Server is running fine. Okay, let's see if we have. Okay, we have used strip on the integer, which should be not there. We use strip only on string data types. So let's remove those strips. So this is the post one. Okay, on price we don't have a strip. Okay, we don't have a strip here. We have it here. So let's remove this from here, uh, here, here. Okay, now it's fine. Let's remove from here also. Okay, now I think we are good to go. Server is running. Let's send the request. Product is created. So let's say Bhujia, and it would be Haldiram Bhujia only. Price can be uh, it's it's near to 300, but let's change it 290 per kg. We have 500 of them. Category ID is 1 because it's sweet and snacks. So let's send again. Okay, it's created, and if you check the database products, we have Bhujia Rasgulla, description, price, unit, stock, sold is 0. We have category ID, which is 1, sweet and snacks, and we have manager ID, which is 4, which is manager 1. I think it's time we can have another. But if we will change, if we will, if we want to create some products from manager two side, we'll have to log in the manager. I'm not going to do that, so we will create all the products by manager one. So yep, we can create some other one. What was our second category? House cleaning. Okay. So let's say, I think what comes under house cleaning? Soap. Now this is something interesting. We can give 100. It's per piece, so means per unit. We can have thousands of them, and we can say any. Okay, I will write 30. Yeah, 30. So this looks good. Let's send the request. Product created. Let's say shampoo, but we are in house cleaning. So what else? We can have dishwasher, but this is kitchen cleaning. But I think it's fine. DISH washer. We can have 250 per unit, or we can say per uh, liter, so LT, or you can have full LITER. We have 300 of them. We can say Vim dishwasher best one you will get. Yeah, right. You can write whatever you want. Okay, let's create this one also. So we have four products now. Let's create another in some other category. Drink and beverages. I think we can add multiple of them in this. So let's say Coca Cola. Price will be, I think, if we are going to add 700, 750 ml, then 45. Let's say 40 per unit, and that unit will be 750 ml. So stock should be 2000 in the I don't know what is the slogan of Coca-Cola. Let's say best cold drink. Okay, everything looks good. Per bottle, I can say. Okay, unity. Okay, it's created. Let's say what else we can have. We can have fruity for fruity people. Price we can say, yeah, 40 is fine. Okay, let's change it to 60 per unit. Let's say 1000 of them. Uh, for fruity people. Okay, let's have something strong. Kingfisher Ultra. We can have it for, let's write an imaginary number 240 only. Per unit, we can have 50, 100 of them for, not for good times, but for good people. Yeah. Okay, now let's fetch it with get. We got all the products here. So you can see all the products: Rasgulla, Bhujia, soap, dishwasher, Coca-Cola, fruity, Kingfisher. Okay, fine. Uh, Now I think we can write purchase and other stuff. So first thing will be add to cart, and then we will be purchasing the cart. Yeah. So okay, we have purchase API here. What we have in here? Okay, we already have this in category API. Let's remove this from here. So let's go to purchase API. Uh, we can copy some of them from here, paste it here. Now let's do what we can say. We can write customer API also, and we can write purchase API also. So okay, let's say customer API for the moment. So what resource we will manage in this one? We will add products in cart, and maybe we will edit cart products. Like if you have added 5 units of Coca-Cola, then you are adding 6 units of Coca-Cola. It will update the unit. It will change that from 5 to 6, and we can delete the product from cart also. So that is also fine. Okay, so or we can say cart API. Yeah, that will be better. Cart API. So here we will be returning cart. Say cart query dot all. Okay, we will need some filter here and some security also. So who will have card? User will have card. And if we are returning details of a card, we'll have to check if the current user is customer, and we will also use the user ID. So let's copy it from here, paste it here. We will write it customer. So only customer can access this. And then we will filter the card by user ID. So I think it's customer ID in card table. So it will be current user dot get user, and we will get all of them. So let's see if we have customer ID. Yeah, we have customer ID here. So okay, it was returning category name. So where were we? Here. So let's say card JSON, card JSON. Now this doesn't look good, but we variable name doesn't matter. Let's say cards, and we will be removing this card JSON, card JSON, and card dot convert to JSON. Now let's write. So this is pretty much clear. I'm just changing the resource and variable name. That is all. That is all I'm doing. So let's uh, let's write our convert to JSON for call. So let's copy. We can copy it from here. Let's paste it within the card table. Here we will have the ID. That is fine. we can have quantity, and we will have product ID obviously, but then we can have product name and all the other things you want to return. But okay, let's return all of them. Product price, uh, price, unit. Okay, let's copy this, paste it here. Can have sold. Okay, this is a use customer facing endpoint, so we will say we will return only. I don't know if we can use. Okay, okay, we don't need to return the units like sold and what was that stock thing. So name, price, unit is fine. Uh, what else you can? I think this is fine. Yeah. So okay, we can show the description also. So let's say description, but we'll have to write product here, or I think it will be products, not product. Products, because the table name is products. Okay. Uh, where were we? So purchase it will. Okay. Okay. Let's check. Let's convert others. So now we can send product ID within the as a URL parameter, or we can send it as a JSON data. So first of all, this is a customer endpoint, so customer will access it, and if the customer is not accessing it, then the access is denied. Mm, so how we are going to handle it? Okay, let's see. Let's say we are getting all the things from request.json. So let's say if not data dot product ID and quantity. So sorry, I am audible and in the meeting, right? Okay, okay. So yep. So if we are not passing the product ID and quantity, so we'll say bad request. Uh, yeah, please all the data. We can like redefine the message, but let's leave it. And our okay, our quantity should not be less than 0, otherwise it won't make sense. Less than 1, so it should not be less than 1. If it's less than 1, we will say product quantity cannot be less than 1. Okay, makes sense. Let's say new product, not new product, new card product. We will say cart here. Now we will pass the, add it here, and here we will say product ID, which is product, which will be this. We have quantity, which will be this, and then we have another field. So let's write it this way. We have customer ID, and you already know from where we will get the customer ID. We have missed something, so we will write that also. Okay, we haven't checked if this product exists or not, right? We'll have to check if the product is there or not, otherwise someone can pass some random ID. So let's copy this from here. Let's, so first of all we will check if the product ID is there or not, product is there or not. So okay, let's do it here. So we don't need the, and we will write it. Okay, so this makes sense, right? We are checking if it's customer. If it's not customer, we will say access denied. Then we are checking if the product ID and quantity is passed. If quantity is not less than one, if product is there or not, and if everything is there, we will create the cart object and we will add it into the category database, and we will say product added into cart successfully, and it's a new record, so we can say 201. And why I have the browser open, but let's leave it. Product added into cart. Okay, what we are going to do next? Okay, we are going to update the quantity. So that's the only thing you can update uh, if you are going to uh, update in this card table. So so we can use put also, we can use patch also. So let's say we use patch just for a diverse method. And so I don't know how the front end will be designed, but let's say we are editing from the cart itself. So we will have the cart ID, and we will have the role as customer, and we only require, quantity there. So if not quantity, we will say bad request, all the data fields are required, and we can remove these. And if quantity is less than one, we will say product quantity cannot be less than one. Okay, this is correct. And now we will check if the cart instance exists or not. So I think that is something we can do that here. So we will say cart product, and we will say query. This will be cart ID, but here we will put the customer ID also. So, and why we put that? Just like we were updating the products, so customer one can only edit his card, not customer someone else's card. Okay, what we will write here, we will write here this, and if we check if it exists, then we will say uh, yeah, if it's not exist we will say product not found. So it's a something related to card, so we'll say product not found. Or you can like edit the message as per your needs. So this is fine. And if it's there card product, so what we will be doing, we will be changing the quantity. So we will say quantity here, and it's an integer, so we will remove the strip, and we will say uh, we can write cart updated successfully, or we can say product update. Okay, let's say, okay, let's say quantity updated successfully. We can have q here 200, and I think it's pretty much fine. And we can remove some product from the cart, so we are going to use pretty much this thing. We will put card ID here, and if it exists then good, otherwise we will show a message, and if it's there we will say product removed from cart successfully. Any doubts on this? No, I think only Naman is there, so we won't have any doubts if the Naman is clear with things. So Naman, we can move ahead, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so we already have a user, so we can do some add to cart and other things.
Just want
Or
to ask, like this get JWT identity, these things we will be using only with CRUD operation, no? Where we are using the CRUD operations, there we will first identify and then we will give the authority to do the actions. Correct, no?
yeah. So all of the operation we do is something related to CRUD. Like even if you are doing like login, or like if you are doing sign up, then you are creating a user, right?
Correct.
So you can say that is user CRUD. So like be a little bit more explicit when you say CRUD, but we will accept some authentication endpoints like login and sign up. We use pretty much on every endpoint that JWT required, and we use this role thing where we have a limited role access.
Actually, I was asking for this get JWT identity. This thing.
Okay, this one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes.
So you will use this function where you have used this get JW, where you have used this JWT required. And so means when you are using JWT required and it's reaching till this line, means you are passing a security token, and only then it can get the identity of the token. So if you remove this line, get.
Your voice is breaking with that one. Can you please repeat?
Okay, so am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah. Now it's clear. Now it's clear.
Okay, so I was saying, like, if you can use only, you can use this get JWT identity only when you have given this decorator here. Why? Because this JWT required is checking if you have passed the token with the request or not. Okay. And
Okay.
when can you get the identity? When you have passed the token.
Mm,
So
correct.
let's suppose, let me show an example. It will, so our server is
Yeah,
running.
yeah.
So we have fetched products here. So yep. So let's say if I remove this, Okay, we are not using here. Okay, where we were using. Okay, here we have fetched managers, and there we have used get JWT identity to check the role. So here, okay. So let's suppose we comment this line. Okay, let's send the request again. Server is running, that is fine. Let's send this one where we are getting all the managers. Okay, this is the same endpoint where we have commented that line. Now if we send a request, it's saying 500 internal server error. Let's see the error. Why? It's saying like you must call JWT required or verify JWT in request before using this method. Which method? Get JWT identity. So what JWT required is doing, it's checking uh, like things related to token, like if token is passed or not, if token is expired or not, if token is correct, like if you have passed the token which was generated by this application, okay, things like that. Then if the token is correct, everything is correct, then it comes to this line, and then it checks the identity of the token, and then you access different data which you have given as payload while creating the token.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, I mean it's pretty much simple. You don't have to worry much about it, but you can have some minor doubts, I say. Okay, so yeah, so I think for adding, okay, let's so what's the time? Okay, we can do something. So but to add products in cart, I'll have to log in the user. Okay, let's log in the user. Let's do it anyway. So 2033, we will change it to user. Okay, let's the request. We got a token, so let's create a new request. This will be, where is new request? Okay, this is the new one. We will say, so we have added product endpoints in the main.py file. Okay, we haven't added card. Okay, so let's say card API. You can say slash API slash card slash API slash card here, and let's import it quickly. Okay, let's change the name of the file, card API. Card API, card API. Okay, this is fine. So we can get all the cart items with the get request. We can add an item with the post request, and using this we can update a cart item or we can delete a cart item. Okay, and we will need a cart ID. Okay, this is good, right? Okay, so I think we have generated, yeah, it's customer one. So let's say card. Okay, and let's add this token, the header. Authorization bearer token.
Authorization thing, this authorization, we have passed this thing in config file or what? Or it is by default JWT consider it as a authorization.
Yeah, yeah. It JWT extended Flask JWT extended
Okay.
catches this authorization keyword from the header to access the token.
Okay. We don't have to specifically mention it in config file, no?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Let's send the request. Okay, refused. Let's think we have to restart. Yeah, let's send the request. Now it's showing empty because we haven't added any product in the cart. So let's make it post. Let's make a request body. We will send product ID, and so let's say product ID 1. And what else we have? We'll have quantity, and quantity we can say 5. Okay, so and how user will access the products? Again, like if you go to product API, here we don't have any role authentication, so user can fetch slash API slash products, and it will get all the products like this one here. Okay, fine. So okay, here we have changed the method to post, and we have given a body, and token is already there. So let's send the request. Okay, I have made a spelling mistake. Quantity. Now let's send the request. Product added into cart. If we change this to get and send the request, you can see we have this in cart, and we have 5 quantity of it. Product ID is 1, and these are product details. Let's add some other products also. So I will say product 2, 2 quantity of that. Product added. Let's say product 3, 1 quantity, 1 product added. Let's say 5, 1. Do we have 6 products? Okay, let's say 10. Okay, let's give 16. Now it will show product not found as there is no 16 product with 16 ID. Okay, let's quickly check the cart. So here you can say we are getting all the products. Okay, bhujia, rasgulla, ladi, and all other things. Okay, let's suppose we log in our other user and use token of that user. So let's send request. Now this is test user 2. Let's copy the token. Let's paste it here, and let's send the request. Now it's showing empty card. Why it is showing empty card? Because that was user 1 which has added all those products. Okay, so our things are working the way they should work. So let's get the first user's token. Copy, paste. Let's send the request. Now we got all the cart headers. Fine. Okay, let's do the patch one also. What we have defined here, patch or put. Where is cart API? Okay, we have used patch. So mm, okay, let's use patch and let's give a cart ID. So this is ID 1. Let's reduce the quantity of rasgulla to, so we don't need product ID here. We only need quantity. Let's remove the quantity 2. Okay, let's pass the quantity as 0. Let's see what happens. Bad request. All the, okay, we need to check. It should only ask for the quantity. Let's see if we have made any mistakes. Okay, if not, data dot get quantity. So spelling is correct, right? Yep. Okay, let me. Or I think if not zero means true, so it is evaluating this one. I think we can remove this condition from here, but let's leave it. Yeah, I think it's doing that. Yeah. So let's remove it to two. Let's make it two quantity only. Quantity updated successfully, and if we can. Okay, I think we have tested it. Then it's fine. Let's do get. So now quantity is 2. So now we can remove, we will check the delete one. So we have Coca-Cola, Fruity, Bhujia, Rasgulla. We don't need soap. So I think we can remove this one. ID is 3. So we will write /3. We will send the delete request. Let's send. Product removed from the cart. Let's go to get. Let's send the request. Now we have only 4 items. So soap is removed from the cart. Clear? We have tested the cart API.
Yes.
So any doubts, Naman,
No, no, as
till
of
this
now.
point? Okay, so should we continue creating purchase API today, or like I think we have covered pretty much.
Hello, I have a doubt.
Yeah,
What is the basic difference between fetch and put?
who is asking? Raja. Okay. Basic difference between
Fetch and put.
patch and put. Okay, let's search it. I don't know if you have attended this first session or not, where I have discussed that, but let's search it in front of you. Patch versus put. Let's see what it's saying. Okay, now you can see a put request is used to update an entire resource on the server, replacing the existing data with the new data provided. Okay, and when we use patch, a patch request on the other hand is used to partially update a resource, sending only the data that needs to be changed without affecting the rest of the resource. Okay, so now you know the standard definition, and let's go to one of the endpoints. So I don't know if you are in the session earlier or not, but write when we have written this endpoint initially, we were checking for all the fields. So when we were checking for all the fields, means we want all the fields from the user, and then in that case we would have updating all the fields of this product instance. Okay, in that case put should be there because we are updating the whole resource. Okay, like instance of instance of a resource, but we are updating all the fields. The simple thing is if you are doing a minor change, use patch, and if you are doing some large changes like you are updating all the fields and other things, then you use put. But there is no constraint like where to use put and where to use patch. Okay, so if you see uh, here where we were just changing one variable which is status to active, we were using patch. Okay, we have used it in cart API also. So here if you see we have used patch. What we are updating? We are updating the quantity only one field. So minor change.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So if you talk about in like a practical real life example, as it has mentioned here, like the entire resource. So means you are bulk updating the like you if you are updating hundreds of records in a single time, then you use put. But we don't have that kind of scale of our application. So just for sake of using all the methods and when to use them, we just scale down from that thing, and we handle it on a single item basis. So if we are updating all the fields of a single item, we use put, and if we are updating a single attribute of a single item, we use patch. Okay. Okay, so I think I will not yeah, I think it's enough for today. I will not uh, proceed with purchase APIs today. We will do it tomorrow. So tomorrow we will write. So we are left with purchase APIs only, right? We have covered pretty much all of them. Just a little bit modification on product endpoints, like here. So here, if it's a so admin can get all the products, user can get all, customer can get all the products. But if it's a manager, it will only get all the products uh, that he has created, not the products the other managers have created. Okay, so we will define those conditions, and then we will write purchase API, and I think that will be the end of APIs. And then we will implement Celery and sorry, Redis caching, and then possibly Celery and backend task if we have time. Yeah, I think we will have time. So if we stretch for 30 minutes extra tomorrow, I think we can cover all the backend stuff. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, let's end this session.
Okay. So thank you everyone for joining.
Thanks for
Yeah, thank you. Bye. Take care.